So today we will discuss standard form 4, okay, which is also known as Claudet equation. An equation of the form a nonlinear first order PDE of this form z is equal to px plus qy plus fpq. Then we call this is Claudet equation, or it is of standard form 4. What are p and q? You are acquainted with. P is the first partial derivative of z with respect to x, and q is first partial derivative of f with respect to y. Now if the given equation is of this form, then the Char-Pierce equation become in this way. We can write the Char-Pierce auxiliary equation in this way: dx divided by what? Del f by del p. Now look at this expression. It can be written as this can be written as px plus qy plus fpq minus z is equal to 0. Now it is of the form f x y z pq is equal to 0. Now that we need to differentiate with respect to p, q, x, y and z in order to get the Char-Pierce auxiliary equation. Now differentiating this with respect to p, because we need to find the ratio dx by del f by del p. Now what is derivative of f with respect to p? Now this is our f. Now this f is another f. So if we differentiate this left hand side with respect to f, what we will get? X plus del f by del p. This is independent of p. Now it is f. So differentiating this f with respect to p. So what we get is x plus del f by del p. Similarly, dy by del f by del q. Differentiating this expression with respect to q, y plus del f by del q. dz by p del f by del p plus q del f by del q is this much. Now look here, dp by what? Minus of del f by del x plus p del f by del z. What is del f by del z here? Del f by del z is equal to minus 1, and del f by del x is equal to p. So the denominator become p, okay, plus p into minus 1. That means p minus p, that is 0. Similarly we get dq by 0. What is the denominator there? dq by del f by del y plus q into del f by del z. Hence these two we get 0. So from this what we can write? That dp is equal to dq is equal to 0. That means integrating that, what we will get? That p is a constant and q is a constant. So we can use this value p is equal to a and q is equal to b. Now because these two are constant, we can put them in the given equation, which is z is equal to px plus qy plus fpq. So in place of p we write a, and in place of q we write b. So this is the complete integral. Okay. Now because a and b are constant, now a can be written as a function of b, or b can be written as a function of a. Let us write b as a function of a. Then this can be replaced here, and the equation become ax plus phi a y plus f a phi a. In place of b we write phi a, function of a, okay, which is f of x y z a phi a. Now let it be equation 3. Now look at equation 2 and 3. This is f of z x y a b. Now eliminating a between this equation 2 and del f by del a, derivative of this with respect to a, we can obtain the general integral. Okay, only we need to write that. There is no need to actually eliminating a. We will simply write that eliminating a between 3 and del f by del a, we can find the general integral. Now if it is of this form, Claudet equation or standard form 4, we can find a singular solution which is not same as the general integral. And how we can this is the most important part of Cloride equation to find the singular solution. Okay, a singular solution is obtained. And how it is obtained? By eliminating a and b from 2. What is 2? The complete integral which we have obtained here. Complete integral. Z is equal to ax plus by plus fab, which is f of z xy ab is equal to 0. This is the complete integral. So take this equation and del f by del a and del f by del b. Del f by del a is equal to 0 and del f by del b is equal to 0. So between these three, from these three equations, we can obtain the singular solution. Okay. So what is the technique to find the singular solution of this type of equation? So what we will do is, we are given with a function of this type f x y z. It is of the form z is equal to px plus qy plus fpq. No. So directly we will put without finding the auxiliary equation, because we know that it will be true. So p is some constant and q is some constant. So what we will get is z is equal to ax plus by plus fab. This is our complete integral. Simply this is our complete integral. Then what we will do is, between these and del f by del a and del f by del b. Okay, between these three we can solve for a singular solution. Let us try to solve by taking one example. Consider this example, that solve z is equal to px plus qy plus p square plus q square. Okay, we are given with this problem. So this is of the form z is equal to px plus qy plus fpq, where f is p square plus q square. Now we directly write that the complete integral is ax plus by plus a square plus b square. Okay, this is equation 2. There is no need to find the Charpit's auxiliary equation. Okay. Now to obtain the general solution, what we will do is put b is equal to phi a, because a and b are constant. So one can be written as a function of another. So write b is equal to phi a. So this equation is written as z is equal to ax plus phi ay plus a square plus phi square a. Look at this equation 3. Okay. Now if we differentiate this with respect to a, what we will get? Okay, we get this one, that 0 is equal to x plus phi dash ay plus 2a plus 2 phi a phi dash a. You can differentiate that expression with respect to a. Now let it be 4. Now what is the general integral? General integral is obtained by eliminating a between 3 and 4. This 4 and this one, it is 3. Okay, z is equal to ax plus phi ay plus a square plus phi square a. In the complete integral, put b is equal to phi a, that will be your 3. Then differentiate this with respect to a, that will be your 4. And eliminating a between 3 and 4 gives us the general integral. Now look at the most important part, which is the singular solution. Now differentiating 2 with respect to a and b respectively. What is 2? This one. Z is equal to ax plus by plus a square plus b square, the complete integral. No, the complete integral. We will differentiate this with respect to a once, and again we differentiate this with respect to b. So differentiating with respect to a, we get 0 is equal to x plus 2a, and differentiating with respect to b, we get 0 is equal to y plus 2b. That implies a is equal to minus x by 2, b is equal to minus y by 2. Okay. Now a in terms of x and y, b in terms of x and y. Now this can be used in the complete integral to obtain the singular solution. So the complete integral is z is equal to ax plus by plus a square plus b square. So in place of a we write minus x by 2. That is minus x by 2 into x. In place of b we write minus y by 2. So it is minus y by 2 into y plus a square minus x by 2 whole square, x square by 4 plus b square minus y by 2 whole square, that is y square by 4. So simplifying this we obtain it is minus x square by 4 minus y square by 4. So what we get is z is equal to minus of x square plus y square by 4, which is the singular solution. So what is the procedure? If we are given with z is equal to px plus qy plus fpq, this is the given equation. Then we put p is equal to a and q is equal to b, because it is of the form standard form 4 or Claudius equation. So what we get, z is equal to ax plus by plus fab. This is the complete integral. Okay, this is the complete integral. Then what we will do, that put b is equal to phi a. Put b is equal to phi a. So equation 2 become z is equal to ax plus phi a y plus f a phi a. This is 3. Differentiate this with respect to a. So what we get is 0 is equal to x plus phi dash a y plus f dash a phi a. Derivative of f with respect to a, it is 4. Now eliminating a between 3 and 4, we obtain the general solution. And for the singular solution, what we will do, that take this equation 2, then differentiate with respect to a and put it 0, then differentiate with respect to b and equate it to 0. Between this and this and this, we can obtain the singular solution. Okay, solving this and this, we obtain the singular solution.